That is a smash hit from Cassper Nyovest, the man.
Smash hits only, baby.
That is it. That's a vibe. So tell me, is there any artist you regret that you did not get a chance to sign at Family Tree?
No, cause signing artists is a headache.
All right.
Yeah, I don't look forward to it. You know, I think my approach is always, I want to help people get to a certain point. And I've seen like the cycle. Once they get there, everybody feels like I could do it on my own now.
Sure.
So I don't really, signing people is not my thing. I like helping people get into a certain point. I'm very glad I signed Nadia.
Nadia the guy.
Yeah, I'm very glad I worked with Gemini and Tseho. Gemini went his own way. Tseho is now starting to build his own label as well.
Sure.
And we build a nice, situation for ourselves. But like, I don't think I'm gonna be signing anybody anytime soon. I think I want to give more time to Nadia and be more involved as a creative. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Moving on with the Cassper Nyovest brand.
And Jabba wanted me to sign him when he was 45.
I remember that. I saw that tweet.
That was his plan. So,
like 45 is like 7 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
You would have been very big in Africa in terms of the company Family Tree.
Yeah.
You probably have more African artists in there.
Yeah, we bought Family Tree's about to sign another like big deal, like a music deal.
Whoa, who? With who?
So, we'll find out soon. We've been doing like the indie thing for a long time.
Is it abroad or is it in South Africa?
It's like they have an office here, but it's an international label.
It's an international label. They have an office here.
There's a lot of offices.
It's very difficult to guess because there's a lot of offices, like you're saying.
But it's gonna be beneficial for me, Nadia, and whoever I want to help. We want to plug it into the system now.
Is it production or distribution?
I own my stuff still.
Yeah. So either way. So moving on with the Cassper Nyovest brand, where are we directing it? You've released the Gets a song.
Yeah.
It sounds different from the Tuto album.
Yeah.
Where are we going this festive season?
We're going to the festive season.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm making an album. Okay, I'm announcing my album's dropping on the 1st of December.
Exclusive DYR. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so happy that I can just say that because I didn't even have an album cover yet.
Oh yeah.
So my album is dropping on the 1st of December. It's dropping at
Mabida Stadium.
Yeah. Everybody who's coming to the stadium is gonna get a copy. So if we sell out the stadium, we platinum on the first day.
Day one.
And it's a festive album. I started making this album. There's an album I was making.
Sure.
And then I tapped into the Kwaito stuff, and then everything else started sounding like, just rap songs. I mean, with Tuto, I really rapped, and I was telling stories, and I love how mellow most of the songs are. With this album, I was just like, man, people always ask me to make a Kwaito album. Let me just tap into it and not run from it anymore.
We've missed it, bro.
And it's really working out. People are really gonna dig it. It's so effortless for me when I do the Kwaito stuff. It just flows. Sometimes I don't write. Most of the times I don't even write. It's just like me having fun.
Can we expect a tribute to Double HP?
I was thinking so, but
at Mabida.
Definitely. I mean, everywhere I go, everywhere I've been performing now, we've been, doing tributes. But I think with Mabida, obviously, everywhere I go, I definitely keep his memory alive. I probably won't do a tribute on the album because I think it's something I'd have to spend my time on and really think about it. Yeah. I wouldn't want to just capitalize on the fact that people want to hear me talk about it,
Yeah. So now, we were expecting a change from the dome to an outdoor event. Yeah. But now you're moving from a stadium to another stadium. Yeah. Are there going to be any changes again?
Number one is different because Joburg doesn't have a beach.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's like my selling factor. That people would drive to Joburg and fly to Joburg, and then before the show there's nothing to do except clubs. And after the show there's nothing to do except clubs. So when you come into Mabida on the 1st, you have the beach. You could go whale watching. You could go shark diving. I mean, cage diving.
Mm.
There's so many things that you can do during the day. There's so many things so it could be a holiday, and you could also come and see this amazing concert. So that's the first thing, the environment of just the city. The second thing is Durban people are consumers of music. They really love music. Like, this is the one city you come to and people rap your songs and they don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I rap in Tswana most of the time. And it always puzzles me.
I'm a victim.
When they say Halemonati beats, what do they think?
I have no
say?
idea. What does that mean now that you've quoted it?
Yeah, Maumnandi
Nimbizi. Oh.
So the funny thing is, then in the club, I would hear the kids sing it in Zulu.
Oh,
Nimbizi. Yeah, Nimbizi, Makbeli. I'm like, what? So it's like, it's such an amazing like environment to be in, because everywhere else you go, there's language barrier. You can really see when you're performing. Like in Venda, you can see like, hey, that guy loves you, but you know, he can't really bring it out. So when you come to Durban, it's just like, man. And it's crazy because when I started performing in Durban, it was at Good Sunday.
Sure.
That's the first event to really like book me. And I was so scared. I'm like, what am I going to rap? What am I going to perform? I'm Tswana. And that time I was mad Tswana. I had full songs in Tswana with punchlines in Tswana. And every song I was like, hey guys, I know you can't hear me because I'm rapping in Tswana, I'm sorry, but and I'd perform and that vibe. Then one guy came after the show, like mad pissed off. And he's like, yo man, don't ever do that. I'm like, don't ever do what? It's like, don't ever insult us and say we can't judge good music. If music is good, it's good.
It's good.
Whether it's Tswana, Zulu, it's good. Durban loves me. So that guy changed my perception of Durban and music in general. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna come here, do my thing. If it's good, they'll relate to it. If it's not, they won't. And it's been dope ever since.
After so many fill-ups, do you fill up your own tank?
I was expecting that kind of question. I like driving my car. Yeah.
You like driving your car?
I like driving my car, so sometimes my car is very expensive.
Okay.
So sometimes I go to my house and I'm like, yo, man, you can't have such an expensive car and not drive. It's so stupid. So then I'll say, yo, to myself, let's just go drive. I'll go for a drive for like an hour, 30 minutes. So I pour my own petrol. It's dope. And so, then I walk into the garage. When I walk out of the garage, ask Kapo, I always say, oh my God, it's so good. Because I look at my car, I'm like, I can't believe that's mine.
So now, speaking of fill up Dome, I mean, fill up Moses Mabid, we need a comedy segment.
Yeah.
Who are you thinking of booking?
We've been working with Toles Mo, you know, that's the dude. But like in the morning, I saw this Emtee video where he was like going at me about not having a kid, and I found it so funny. And I'm like, yo, it would be so funny to see a comedy skit by Emtee where he comes and just like lashes out at everybody. I think he needs to do that. That would be bad funny, because instead of being offended, I was like laughing. Yeah. I found it very funny. When he's ranting, it's one of the funniest things to see. When he's just like, yeah, man, that fat boy Cassper. You know what I'm saying? Sibib, he ain't got a baby. It's that when he's in that vibe, it's just funny. Yeah.
You should book him.
Yeah, if he wants to do that, I'd definitely pay money to see him do that.
So before I let you go, yesterday marked actually 3 years ever since you released the platinum selling record, second studio album, Refule.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Yeah, and Mama I Made It actually is still an anthem for the youth.
Yeah.
And what's your message to the youth that actually uses drugs to motivate themselves to go ahead on the day?
Man, you know, I'm so against drugs that it has put me in a position where a lot of rappers hate me because they think when I speak negatively about drugs, I'm going at them. You know, so I don't approve of any use of drugs, especially, you know, for creative reasons or to pick yourself up. And it's not me judging, it's just me speaking from like my experience. Because when I was young, people don't know. I used to smoke weed when I was younger. And I had a very bad trip. Like I was high for like 4 days. Yeah. And yeah, a very bad trip. I don't know my gogo in Mozolo, but and then I had to go to the doctor, get these pills, to get me off my high, and I told myself I'd never ever smoke again because of that. And then later on, I had, like, a lot of my role models smoked weed, and I was in environments where I was kind of under pressure to smoke, and I never did because of my experience. But then I started seeing how some of them were depending on the weed to be creative. Some of them couldn't write if they're high. Then I started working with people who were on cocaine. Then I could see some of them couldn't function without coke, and then when they come down as well, and the depression they get to, and it's just like really messed up. And then like music right now, like trap, is all about drugs and how they sell drugs and how they high. Even like the biggest artists like Drake would say, I took half a Xan. And I'm like, yo, like that's gonna influence so many kids to want to try this Xan, try and take half a Xan, and feel like Drake. So I'm just against it. I don't condone it. And people always come at me and say, but you drink alcohol. I'm like, yeah, I'm not saying, don't do drugs, go and be an alcoholic is better. I'm just saying, like, yo, take care of yourself. If you're gonna drink alcohol, don't do excessively. Don't drink and drive. Be responsible, man.
Be careful.
Be careful. Take responsibility for your own life and take good care of yourself. That's just what I think.
So before you go, one more thing. I want to teach you something very interesting.
I hope it's not a Zulu sentence. The Zulu is rocking me.
You know what? We'll do it three words.
Okay.
Cut, 3 words cut. Basically, it's Nina Bagandaba Siyakulega.
Nina Bagandaba Siyakulega.
Wow, that's good. Goni lapo sizobe sini.
Goni lapo sizobe sini.
Sinedili lomculo.
Sinedini lomculo.
Yes, ezinkundleni yaseMoses Mabhida.
Ezinkunzeni zase Moses Mabhida.
Sicela nigcwale.
Sicela ligcwale.
Njengozulu empini.
Njengozulu empini.
You rock it like a star.
You need to cut all of that and make it sound like I said the whole thing at the same time. You gotta make me a star. That's dope.
Worry not. By the way, your ring just disturbs me every time you flick that thing.
Oh yeah, I'm putting it on the wrong finger though. But I changed it because when people greet me, they press and then it's painful.
Oh yeah, man. That was Cassper Nyovest having a good chill with him. Music in my background, it is Getsa.